Hi, I'm Rob Gilbert, and today I want to talk to you about detachment from outcome and how this might be holding you and your business back. Now, the idea of being detached from the outcome is a really popular concept in the world of coaching and also in the world of manifesting and law of attraction. And in those instances, I actually fully understand it. In the world of coaching, it's important for you to not be attached to the outcome because then it would allow your ego to get in the way. It would actually reduce the chance of any kind of creative or flexible outcome. Meaning, if you're coming to the situation and you have a certain thought in mind of how things should happen and what the outcome should be, then you're going to be leading and guiding the person down a particular path. Versus if you come from a place of open, a place of curiosity, and genuinely just trying to help them find it within themselves, then what they come up with is going to be a lot more aligned and often a lot more flexible, creative than anything you could have particularly railroaded them towards. Also, you can't do push-ups for other people. You can't do the work for them. You can lead them to revelations. You can give them ahas. You can ask them powerful questions. You can help them see potential within themselves. You can help them do all sorts of things from that point of view, but you can't do the work for them. You can't change their behavior for them. So you being detached from the outcome is actually really important for a sanity point of view.
And this goes beyond traditional coaching. If you do any kind of teaching, any kind of consulting, any kind of training with the work that you do, you can't make people take the action. It doesn't matter what tools you give them, what frameworks you provide them. If they don't take action, it's not going to work. There's one tool in particular that I give my one-on-one clients, and it is the common thread amongst all the people who've had the most incredible results that seem almost unbelievable. I say this to people before I give them the tool. I precede it. When I'm giving them the tool, I underline it and I emphasize this. I remind them afterwards. I do everything possible to try and drive the point home. But some people still don't use the tool. There's nothing that I can do about that. And for that reason, detachment from outcome is important.
And in the world of law of attraction and manifesting, getting too attached to the outcome can have the same stifling effect on the creative possibilities. Meaning, if you are only solely focused on one particular outcome, it can actually greatly reduce the chances of a better outcome happening. You end up with blinders on and you're looking for and expecting only that particular thing. And if you're attached to one particular outcome and you attach your ego to it, then you can easily get wound up and worrying about and stressed about how is it going to unfold. Because the how doesn't really matter. If you end up in that state where you have achieved that thing or a similar thing that gives you those incredible feelings and emotions where you're so happy and grateful for that to be in your life and for you to have those kinds of experiences or whatever it may be, do you care so much about how it unfolded? So it's important, and I understand in both those worlds, in the law of attraction, manifestation world, and as well as in the coaching world, to not be attached to outcomes. However, what I see in the coaching world sometimes is buying into that belief and using it as almost an excuse or a justification to not care about the outcomes. To not care about if people who are going through your programs, people who you're working with, if they are having great outcomes. Early in my coaching journey, when I was adamant about quitting my job and making this work and making this succeed, I read every book. I went on courses. I went on programs. I went on weekend things. I signed up for all sorts of different stuff. I worked with lots of different mentors and coaches, lots of wonderful people. There's one person that I worked with who was really nice, who had incredible intentions, who had awesome marketing. And I was part of a 12-person cohort with that person. And everyone in that group had paid several $1,000s to be there. However, at the end of the program, I was the only one who got any results. That meant that most of the people, the other 11 people, they didn't get results. Now, I'm not saying that this person had a detached from outcome point of view, but I've seen it too many times in the coaching world where it is all about, getting people in and then just delivering what it is you have and then using detached from outcome as a justification to not stop, pause, review, reflect on, and think about, what could I do differently? What could you add to your program? What tweaks could you make to ensure that more people have results, that people have better results, that people have better outcomes? Because you're constantly getting feedback, and that's feedback. And if we're looking from a business point of view, you want these people to be happy with their purchase. You want these people to feel good about having worked with you. You want these people to come as returning customers. You want these people to give you referrals. And if you are not thinking about conscientiously how you can continue to improve, to tweak, to add to subtract, whatever it is, to your service, to your offering, to your coaching, to your program, then you are guaranteeing that the people who sign up with you don't have the best results possible. So can you do the push-ups for the other person? No, you can't do the work for them. But you can continue to look at ways to add to improve, to adjust, to tweak what it is that you do so that more people have results, so that people have better results, so that people have bigger results. You have an opportunity every time you work with someone to look for the feedback, to ask questions, to try and figure out how you can improve things so that you really end up with the highest amount of people possible, having the most incredible results, so they become raving fans, so they're more likely to sign up with you when you have something else, when you have an event. They are more likely to tell other people, to be your biggest advocates and cheerleaders in the market and send more people your way. And having referrals come to you is way easier than you having to go out and find new clients. That's actually one of the hardest things, is to go and find new clients. You spent all this time and all this effort to find someone, to get to know them, to build a relationship. You had phone calls with them. Maybe they consumed some of your content. For them to get to a point where they trusted you, where they gave you some of their resources, some of their money, hoping that you would be able to help them get some results. Again, you can't attach your ego to it because some people just are never going to get results. And it's not you. It doesn't matter who they would have worked with. They would not have got results. But you are missing a huge opportunity if you don't pause and intentionally ask yourself, what can you improve? How can you make things better? How can you ensure that more people get results, that people get greater results, that people are so happy about working with you that they go tell 10 other people? So yes, detach from outcome for the sake of your sanity. Detach from outcome so that better, more awesome, more creative things can possibly unfold. But don't allow detaching from outcome to stop you from making what you have to offer the best possible thing it can be.